Your time is up, his time is now. You can't see him, his time is now. The ball might knock, yeah, he's shining now. The game be running, yeah, his time is now. Yo, it's the best damn show on the radio. The game version 1 on your speaker, so here we go. Mike Knox, the Triple X hardcore host with the most, is the explosive, most electrifying coast to coast. Get ready for sports, entertainment, and all that. If you don't like the way he brag, you can really fall back. Confidence is what you call that. Every Saturday from 6 to 7, you know that it's all black. World order, belts glisten so heavenly. So if you don't like it, you should listen anyway. From wrestling to sports to the movies, you name it, yo. Mike Knox, the best damn show on the radio.
Tarver, would you call John Cena a bitch? I'm just want to know.
No, I wouldn't call him that.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what I call him. I'm gonna call him a businessman. Because
of course.
John Cena is the business right now. John Cena is WWE, and you know they may be that as it may. They wrap the entire company industry around him, but they did it for a reason because John Cena he fits the bill. Like can't nobody do it like him. And I'm not saying that taking anything away from like Randy Orton, who happens to be my favorite, or him or CM Punk or The Miz or other guys who are at that level, Triple H, but. They do what they do with John Cena because John Cena, he has it. You know what I'm saying? He's undeniable. And, people think that he can't wrestle. John Cena, he actually can wrestle. He wrestles very well. He just doesn't have to wrestle as much because he's the modern day Hulk Hogan.
Right. Rock. I'm about to say a friend of mine, we call him John Hogan and Randy Warrior.
Oh, nice.
So shout out to Big D. He's come up with that name. So if anybody using it, it was copywritten on the Best Damn Show on Radio. I get 2%, but Big D, he gets the other 98%. So go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, Randy Orton is that's my guy right there. That's my favorite. I won't, I'll give props to that cat any day. He's a humble cat, and he wasn't always a humble cat, but that's a humble dude right there. And Randy Orton is a bad boy. Definitely my favorite, but. WWE on the whole, man, it's like the greatest, hardest job you can ever have in your life. But I enjoyed it, man. It changed my life. It was rough, it was hard, and it costed me a lot of things personally, but things that weren't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it also gave me a lot of things personally that I have now that I can use to further myself, further the kingdom of God, and do great works, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome. Well, I'm going to take a couple of calls real fast before we head and let you go. I appreciate your time. I really do. Okay. And I'm glad that the story is now being told. You know what I mean? Like Master P said, the game is to be sold, not told, or the other way around. I don't know. I used to smoke back then. I don't smoke no more. But Big D from the Brickers on. Big D, you're live with the Upgrade, Tyrone Evans, also Michael Tarver. You got any questions for the guy?
Yeah, I do, actually. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. And let me just say this before I ask the question that I definitely appreciated your work for the time, the length of time you were in the WWE, and I always thought that you could stand on your own, not just be. I mean, it's great to be in a faction and things like that to make a statement, storyline wise, which is great. But I just always thought that you had, the mic skills and the in-ring work to stake your claim and to do things on your own. So I was always very appreciative of your work. I've always wanted to know. No problem, man. I always wanted to know. It's a two-part question. Was the Bryan Danielson firing, was that a kayfabe or was that real? And my second question is more or less, FCW as a whole, how has it, how has that progressed since it moved from OVW to FCW? Was there a difference or any similarities there?
Okay. Well, as far as Daniel Bryan, we didn't know, and that's honest to God's truth. WWE, as a billion-dollar corporation and a billion-dollar entertainment entity, doesn't even like to call itself wrestling anymore. They do a really good job of keeping secrets, and it's important to them, and it's important to all of us really, because there is no entertainment if you know the tricks behind the magician. So, with that said, we didn't actually even when we found out that he got released. We found out just like everybody else did. So we were like, whoa. I remember reaching out to him personally, and, I just had an interview last night. I remember reaching out to him personally because he's a friend of mine and just, telling him, hey, best of luck. I'm sure he'd be back. I don't know what happened, but, and he didn't respond back. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, that was weird, but, we didn't actually even know he was coming back until SummerSlam. And
wow.
When we got there, we kind of got the hint. The mystery man is Bryan Danielson.
Right.
And we're like, really? Okay, you got us. But we kind of had a clue. But otherwise they did a really good job of keeping that a secret. And as far as developmental, I originally was supposed to go to OVW when I got my contract, and I went there for my 1 week audition and trials and everything, and got to know the system, and that was where I was originally supposed to go. And then that was during the transitional time when they were moving it developmental from Atlanta and from Louisville to Tampa. And there were differences. There were definitely differences. I didn't get as much time in OVW as I wanted to, but there was definitely differences in training because there were different trainers. With Steve Kern, and who was a Hall of Famer of mine, and I had my issues with Steve Kern at SCW, but Steve Kern he's definitely a Hall of Famer, or he should be.
Right.
And, Tom Pritchard, Dr. Tom Pritchard, Norman Smiley, Joey Mercury's there now, Billy Kidman was there, Dusty Rhodes, who was my mentor. He was the first person to ever actually see something in me. That man helped me out like crazy.
Awesome.
That's what I heard about too. I heard about that because Darren Young used to wrestle for ECWA in Delaware, where I live at, and he wrestled in Frederick of Hollywood.
That's right.
And Viscera wrestled on the last show that he was at in 2009, I believe. And Viscera told them, whatever you do, get on the good side of Dusty Rhodes. And from May of 2009, and then he was on NXT in February. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, well, he moved up pretty fast. So for you to say that about Dusty Rhodes, that's an amazing thing to say, obviously him being who he is and what he's done in the business. So I thought that was an amazing thing for him to look out for talent when he sees talent.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah, Dusty doesn't have to please anybody. It's Dusty Rhodes. You don't have to kiss somebody's backside. You know what I'm saying? But Darren Young, man, on his own, that's a talented cat, man. Out of everyone in the Nexus, he was in NXT. He was the most all around wrestler in the ring. To say what you want about Bryan Danielson, and I will agree. But I personally also feel that Darren Young was the best all around in the ring.
You know what? When I first saw him, I cannot lie. I didn't like the hair. Yeah. But I saw the in-ring ability, and to me, he reminded me similar of having a Rock kind of stature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has a lot of the Rock in him, I thought. But, we have some other questions coming in. We got Jason online right now. Jason, you're on with Michael Tarver, the Upgrade.
Yes, sir. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. You?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm blessed. How you feeling?
I'm doing good. I looked, the whole Nexus thing, had a couple brothers in it. And we knew that the WWE was not going to let too many brothers stay in Nexus. So I had to first off say that out of the brothers that should have stayed, I think it should have been you instead of Otunga. That's just my opinion. But my question is, it's kind of, I know you got a little bad blood with Cena and whatnot, so it might be a little biased, but you're going to be honest with it. Do you love the direction of, I see there's two directions in WWE. I say there's the John Cena direction, what we're used to, what we're fed, what they give us, what they want us to buy, what they want us to like, what they try to force on us. But I, like Mike can tell you, I'm the world's biggest CM Punk fan. And I've been talking about him for years and years and years. And I'm like, yo, can they give this dude a push? Do they not see what the rest of us, what we call real wrestling fans, see? And so I'm happy to see what's going on right now. Very pleased. But which direction would you like to see the company go? Into something that's forced on us, fed to us, or somebody like CM Punk that stands out and says, hey, I'm not your usual face. I'm not what you guys want me to be. But guess what? I'm here, and I'm going to do what I do, and I'm the best at it. Where do you stand?
I would say both, because you have to have, to make a point, you have to have a counterpoint. And the point isn't valuable. The point is valuable, but if it's an argument, it's not a valuable argument unless there's another side to it. Now, you look at John Cena. What's good for business is John Cena. John